It's the NFL on EA Sports, where we'll see two of the NFL's oldest and most storied franchises. It's the Washington Commanders and the Arizona Cardinals under the lights on Sunday night.
We find ourselves at the home of the world's first retractable natural grass field as you get a look inside State Farm Stadium in Glendale. Tonight, we've got a great Sunday night matchup between the Washington Commanders and the Arizona Cardinals. And hi again, everybody. Alongside my partner, Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. And Charles, when you and I were going through our final run-throughs at breakfast, we kept thinking tonight we're going to get to see a couple of very good passing offenses.
And we're talking about both sides having multiple receivers that could have an impact on this game. It's not just one guy that's going to make all the plays. If you take him away, maybe number 2, number 3, they make the big plays that impact who wins the game.
Slide, the kicker stands ready, and this one is underway here on EA Sports. Fielded just outside the goal line. And he'll get it up past the 20 to about the 22. Here come the Cardinals, and it is Kyler Murray from Oklahoma who leads him out.
Drafted with the idea that he'd be one of the most dangerous quarterbacks in the NFL when he put it all together. We've been seeing that progress throughout his career. This guy's legs, we knew they were phenomenal. Arm, top-notch. But now we're seeing his mind come into the game. Reed's defense is better and better each and every week, and is showing patience as a passer as well. Not as eager to exit the pocket, finding guys downfield for bigger plays.
First carry for James Conner. And an early how do you do right there as they're going to bury him in the backfield. It'll go as a loss of a yard on the game's first play. Second down.
With his size, he's a tough man to bring down, but they do a nice job there stopping his progress and not allowing him to get back to the line of scrimmage.
A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11. Murray going to throw. Catch is made by Marquise Brown. And he's brought down, getting this one up to about the 35. Couple of Oklahoma teammates there. Murray to Brown for a Cardinal first.
And that's a more than acceptable read right there because it's zone coverage, so timing is everything. This time he waits for his man to come open, puts it right on him, and they pick up the first down.
Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. From the gun, Murray. Beef up, and now a fumble. The ball's out. And they'll start with great field position at the 41-yard line. And without a doubt, not the way they pictured that opening drive unfolding.
No, they were making progress. They weren't exactly in high gear, but they were making a few yards along the way. And now that they've coughed it up, you got to go back to the sidelines and regroup a little bit.
So here's Washington now in excellent field position to start things out. As we get a peek at the number 2 overall pick from the 2016 draft, standing at 6'5", Carson Wentz.
And when you look at him, you see that he's got all the tools you want in a quarterback. The big frame, the quick release, strong arm, has escapability. The issue sometimes, tries to do too much instead of just taking the throws that are available to him, and occasionally turnovers get him into trouble.
Throwing to start the drive, but that one incomplete.
That's tremendous field position that they were given following the turnover, but they've still got work to do to get the field goal range, and the coverage we're seeing isn't going to make it easy.
Here now is 2nd and 10, again from the 41. Wentz now to throw. This one complete to Curtis Samuel. And they're going to get this down near the 35-yard line.
And I think this is a route we'll see more of as this game goes on, because with his speed, they want to get him the ball in space on drag routes just like this. They want him to get the ball and run after the catch. Good job there, though, holding him for a short gain.
From the gun on 3rd down, Wentz. That's complete. Terry McLaurin with it. And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. Wentz finding McLaurin there for the Commanders first. But Charles, it's early, but that's a key 3rd down conversion. Remember, they forced the turnover on the opening drive. Now they're in a position where they look like they'll at least get 3 out of this.
A great example of complementary football if they're able to cash this in, isn't it, partner? Because defense does this job, takes it away, turns over the offense. They just pick up a nice 1st down there. Maybe it's time to think about taking a shot at the end zone, because it looks like the field goal is almost assured.
Again, it's Wentz. Over the middle, brought in by Dotson. And they've got this down to about the 12-yard line. 4 consecutive passes to begin this opening drive, and you can't argue with the results. They've already driven it into the red zone and a fresh set of downs here to play with.
Which means there's a lot of trust by the play caller, by the quarterback, the receivers, you name it. Everyone locked in, everyone doing their job. I'd continue to go in that direction, because right now they got the defense back on their heels.
From down at the 12, it's 1st and 10. Throwing now is Wentz. Throw over the middle into the hands of the tight end Bates. It'll be a gain of 5, and that's going to bring up 2nd down. Really been an ideal start for them. They get the turnover on the opening possession. Now here they are moving the ball straight down the field on their first drive.
And that feels good, but you know on their side of the field all they're thinking is finish this drive off, because they took it away, right? So now you got them back on their heels a little bit. Now go down, put a touchdown on them. Look out. You've won the mental battle early in the game, and that may carry over for you.
Just a gain of a couple there. And now it's 3rd and 3.
That might feel like a little bit of a lost opportunity there for the offense, because the defense brought pressure that time. And sometimes against that, you can get out to your running back, and it could turn into a big gain downfield. But what a nice job they did getting to him quickly and holding him to a short gain.
Wentz going to try and throw on 3rd. And this is caught. For the moment, it's a touchdown, but multiple flags down, so let's sort this out.
Illegal touching. Offense.
So reverse the celebration. We'll see if they have something else in their bag of tricks.
And isn't that always tough to watch when they score and you see the excitement, and then when they realize those points aren't going to count? Can they get it back together and find their way back to the end zone?
Sly able to put this one through, and the Commanders get out to a 3-0 lead. So the opening drive stalls out, but the field goal does get them the first points of the night.
And 3 points, not to be underestimated. How about this, right? You're on the road, you're under the lights, national television audience. This is not a dress rehearsal, partner. This is for real, and a pretty nice opening statement.
After the made field goal, here's Sly to kick this one away. Fielded just outside the goal line. And no chance to get away as they'll get him down at about the 17-yard line. So the Cardinals offense back onto the field here for their second drive of the game. They fumbled the last time they had the football. Fortunate that it only led to a field goal. 3-0 the score as they start 1st and 10. They start the drive with Connor. And he's going to take this ahead for right around 3 yards, but no more than that. Second down.
Look, all any running back wants is a little bit of room, a little bit of space in order to maneuver. But he also understands how difficult it is for his offensive line up front. So if they give him any space, he realizes his job to make more out of it than what they give him. Picks up 3 on that carry.
On 2nd and 7, Murray. And he'll slide to a halt here, still a little shy of the first down marker. He'll wind up getting 4 there on his own, but it will leave him now with a 3rd down situation.
I certainly like what he did right there because he smartly wanted to avoid forcing anything downfield because nothing appeared to be open. Nice harmless slide there to avoid the big hit, and he gets a small gain on the play.
Murray going to try to throw on 3rd down, and that is incomplete.
Every offense tells you they want to come out and start fast. That's not unusual at all. But this group, they've yet to get much rolling through their first 2 drives. It looks like they have to give up the football again after this one.
On 4th down, here's Andy Leon to kick it away. That'll be a 44-yard boot, just a yard on the return as he's covered up quickly. And the Commanders will take over with a 1st and 10. Now Washington going to retake the field for drive number 2. They've got a 3-0 lead and the football as they start 1st and 10. Here's Wentz to throw. That one is slant to McLaurin. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. Nice way to start the drive, a gain of 12 and a 1st down.
I don't care who you put on him. He's going to be a handful of one-on-one throws.
Yeah, right now, you're right. They're in man-to-man. Maybe need some safety help.
I would say that'd be a good idea. Double team him somehow. I'm going to have to make someone else beat me rather than let him shred my defense.
Throwing on 1st is Wentz. This is caught by his tight end, Logan Thomas. Now he's going to get this all the way down inside the 35. A good pickup there, 26 yards.
I know exactly what's going to be said about that play from the defensive perspective.
What's that?
That's why I tell all you guys we need more than one tackler to the ball. He broke the first tackle. Luckily enough, there were more people there to get him down.
So into Cardinal territory now. It's 1st and 10, down at the 33. On the draw, it's Gibson. And he works his way free all the way down to the outskirts of the red zone. Another nice gain, 13 yards that time, and another 1st down.
Would you say this offense is locked in right now?
They're having no trouble on this drive. What is it, 3 plays, 3 1st downs?
Yeah, you talk about on the march. They keep this up, they'll get to that end zone real fast.
They had to settle for 3 last drive, hoping this second go-around ends in 6. In good position, 1st and 10. From the red zone now, Wentz. And this throw a bit late as he couldn't reach back for it.
That certainly appeared to be a play call where they were just trying to make 2nd down, 2nd and short. I think they thought the coverage was off a little bit more than it was. Nice job there pressing up on it and forcing the incompletion.
After the incompletion, here's 2nd and 10 from the 20. Throwing is Wentz. Samuel bringing in the slant. And the Commanders are going to have a 1st and goal as he'll be taken down at the 7-yard line.
Boy, how about the speed with which this offense can get down the field? It's taken them no time at all to get down here. And now they're set up with a 1st and goal.
Wentz. Looking for McLaurin, and he's got him. Touchdown, Washington. A 7-yard touchdown grab, and they are able to add on to their advantage. That's why you've got your star out there. Throw the ball to him. They did.
That's simply saying we don't care what coverage you put out there. He's so good, we're going there with the football anyway, and there's not a thing you can do about it.
Inside the red zone, they go to him. He gets it done. Joey Sly on for the extra point. He's got it, and now it's a 10-0 lead here in the opening quarter. A drive that time of 6 plays. And it's finished off by a Terry McLaurin touchdown. So an early 10-0 lead for them now as they kick it away. Fielded just outside the goal line. And he'll take it a yard or so past the 20, call it the 21. Arizona getting ready to go as they take the field. They've shown precious little here offensively thus far as they try again with a first down now. Throwing now is Murray. Got his man complete over the middle. That's Moore. They showed off a nice juke of the defender before the next wave could bring him down. A good gain on first has him set up with second and just a couple of inches now from the 29. Here's Murray. Caught by the tight end Ertz. And he's going to be brought down on what will be the final play of this first quarter. 10-0 the score after 1 on EA Sports. Back in Arizona, second quarter action. It's the Cardinals in possession as they've got it with a 1st and 10. Murray a give. This is Connor. And that one goes for about 6 as he's taken down just shy of the 45.
And there we saw one of the downsides of blitzing during a rundown because sometimes you get out of your gaps. You don't fit the run quite as well because you're headed towards the ball carrier with abandon.
The last run got 6. Now 2nd and 4. Again, it's Connor. And he'll be brought down just shy of midfield at the 49-yard line. A gain of 5, good enough for the first down.
I think they like this drive a little bit better there, partner. Running game helping out, picking up some of the slack. Remember the last drive, they went 3 and out.
This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. Murray now. Over the middle here to Brown. And they're going to get this down to about the 37.
As a passer, you're always trying to find that open window to throw the ball downfield. How about this one? Right in the middle of the field, right in the heart of a defense.
From Commander's territory now, it's 1st and 10 at the 37-yard line. Here's Murray as he sets to throw it. Quick slant, caught by Moore. And he's brought down here just outside of the 20.
And this has been a nice answer to the touchdown drive against them a few minutes ago because they've come out and reestablished the tempo. A nice throw there, and they're putting together a very strong drive as a response.
Throwing on first down is Murray. Again, he finds more. And they're going to get this down inside the 15.
Never make the mistake that the slot receivers, especially the little guys like we're watching here, are just quicker than fast. A lot of them combine quickness and speed, and they catch a lot of footballs, as we just saw there.
And this won't be enough to pick up the first. A gain of 2, 3rd and 1.
That run wasn't a big breaker, but I don't think the guys on offense mind very much. They've got a nice drive going, and they might just be luring the defense in a little bit. They could probably come back with a play action, maybe go over the top. But right now, on this drive, their playbook is open.
Murray to throw on 3rd and 1. Green brings it in. And he'll be taken down, but he does have first down yardage. The drive stays alive, a 3rd down gain of 8. So he turned to a trusted, familiar face in that 3rd down situation. It paid off.
Yeah, you go to your veteran receiver in that spot, so you can't underestimate him when he's on the field defensively. Make sure you know where he is because he understands how to get open in key situations.
First and goal, and they got to be thinking a chance to get right back into this football game. Murray going to throw. And this is caught. For the moment, it's a touchdown, but multiple flags down, so let's sort this out.
Holding, offense. Let's go.
Down in this one, they needed that score, but they'll have to hold at least for the time being.
You're exactly right. Points that they had to have. As you said, they have to regroup now and see if they can get them another way.
And this will be swung out here for counter. And now they're inside the 10 as he's brought down at the 9. That's good for a gain of 6, 2nd and goal. Murray now to throw. To the right side, and he's got more complete. Only 3 yards there on the completion. That'll lead to a 3rd and goal.
Well, it's time to give a little credit there to the defense. They played that very well because it was a drag route, and he ran a little shallower than normal as he worked straight across the field. He was hoping he'd get lost behind the defensive line, but once he made the catch, nowhere to turn upfield and gain any yardage.
Murray now, 3rd and goal. And down he goes. Pressure gets him back at the 14. Multiple players combined for their team's first sack of the game.
Well, how about that? A dime set on defense, 6 defensive backs. None of them blitz. They're just back there in coverage. Defensive lineman gets the sack.
That's where the O-line, they go to the sideline, they keep their helmets on so the cameras can't find them, right?
Yeah, the cameras can't find them, but I know one thing. The O-line coach will.
Fourth down, Murray off, and the Cards field goal unit and Matt Prater out there now. This a 31-yard attempt. Prater's kick is good, and they get themselves on the board here. It's 10-3. So that kick gives them their first points of the game, CD, and it comes on the 3rd drive, but hopefully for them that's a spark that gets that offense going.
Yeah, I would say if you're the offensive play caller, as you look at your sheet, you're trying to find that part on there that unlocks bigger points. They've struggled with a few drives so far. Finally got 3 out of it. How do you find the end zone? That's what he's searching for now.
Prater now will send it away following the made field goal. Taken in at the 3. And not much happening on the return as he'll get this to about the 23. Out comes Washington's offense as they get set to take over here. Well, the football changing hands here, and as this offense takes the field, Charles, they'd be fine with more of the same on this upcoming drive. Last time out, they found the end zone for 6.
And they're certainly hoping for more of the same, but the game plan, I doubt it'll just be a carbon copy of the last drive, because I think this offense is ready to break out some new wrinkles and try some new things that might be hidden in their playbook. They want to use that confidence to its advantage while also keeping the defense from anticipating what's up next.
Once again, they'll go from the 23-yard line on 2nd and 10. Now Wentz. Target is to Dotson, and he's got him. And up to the 35 before they're able to knock him down. Wentz and Dotson, your connection there for the Commander first.
Good strong throw and catch right there. And so far in this game, the alleys have been open for them to get completions, and they're taking advantage of it.
Our score 10-3 with 2 minutes remaining in quarter number 2. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. To throw is Wentz. Over the middle, complete to Samuel. That's good. The completion there for 7 yards, and it's 2nd down.
It's a gain of 7. Brings up 2nd and 3 at the 42-yard line.
Wentz now to throw. It returns it right back to Samuel. And he's able to get this one out closer to midfield across the 45. Back-to-back receptions for him, and it's another 1st down. Wentz to throw again. They'll set up the screen for Gibson. He had a great move, but he'll still be stopped shy of midfield. A good convergence there defensively, only a yard, and it's 2nd down.
Good reactions there defensively. That screen was a little slow in developing, and they shut that one down with little gain.
Creeping up on a minute to play in this 1st half. And Washington now going to use the first of their 3 timeouts, as they'll stop it with just over a minute to go before halftime. Second and 9. Wentz going to throw. Over the middle, brought in by Dotson. And they're going to have another 1st down as the tackle's made here at the Cardinals' 39. Now another timeout called for by the offense, as the stoppage will come with a little under a minute to go in this 1st half. Now Wentz again. And that incompletion breaks a string of 5 straight connections. And it's 2nd down.
Let's ride, dog. Let's do it.
So after the incompletion on 1st, now 2nd and 10. Shotgun now for Wentz. And this throw incomplete. And the defender all over him that time, and it's going to lead to 3rd down.
Feels like they're getting caught in between here, because they did completions on 1st and 2nd down. Now you got to worry a little bit about the clock, because you prefer not to give them another shot here in the 1st half. But if you don't pick up the 1st down, guess what? You're likely going to have to.
Now Wentz on 3rd down. Middle of the field, he's got McLaurin. And he'll be brought down at the 27.
Complete to Terry McLaurin.
I don't care how many times we see it. I still get a kick out of watching quarterbacks and receivers do the pass tree in pregame warm-up. But I always remember that when we go to practices, we see that after practices as well. They really tune it up, don't they?
They tune it up. They know why they do it for these situations. First down.
And they build that trust, and that's why they're able to find him in this type of a situation.
On 1st and 10, here's Wentz. That's out to the flat for Gibson. And they're going to move it down to inside the 25. Now a timeout signaled for, and they'll get it with 10 seconds to go before halftime.
At the 24-yard line.
So on 2nd down, the field goal unit is on here as they try to get 3 before half. He connected on his first, this from 41. Sly able to put this one through. And they will stretch their lead to 10 now at 13-3. So a late 3 there, and that'll help as they head into the break.
Talk about situational football and something they've worked on since the OTAs and mini camps the previous summer. They take care of the ball, get 3 points, knowing they're going to get the ball to start the second half. That's the old 2-for-1 special to finish things off.
Maybe time for one play on offense. 7 seconds to go in the half as the kick is away. And not wanting to risk anything here late in the half, he'll just take a knee and they'll bring the football out to the 25. Ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense. And they'll have time for one play. That's it. 3 seconds to go before intermission. So we have come upon halftime, and it's the visiting group from Washington who are out on top. As we send you on out to our studios in Orlando, here's Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report.
Okay, Brandon, thanks very much. Back to you guys in a bit. But first, we welcome everyone to our EA Sports Halftime Report. First up, though, let's take a look at the next-gen stats from that first half for Washington. And their offense has been in top form so far, especially their passing game, as it's helped push them out to this big halftime lead. Meanwhile, for the Cardinals, they too didn't throw the ball as well as they would have liked. And I think both teams would say there's room for improvement in the second half.
All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. So Washington in a good spot. They've got the lead. They will get the football as the second half gets underway. The Washington offense ready to go to begin the third quarter. And Charles, they've got the lead. Put your coaching hat on here now. What's the game plan for the second half?
I think getting the running game going a little bit more, because I thought in the first half they didn't get it moving the way that they would like. They had success throwing it, but I think these first couple of drives, they'll want to get those running backs going and give them more opportunities, and I will guarantee you that those guys were lobbying for them in the locker room at halftime. That was good, tough running right up the middle, and if the defense can't penetrate and make him slow his pace or change direction, that's often the end result.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. Now Wentz. Complete. And now the ball's out. Fumble near midfield. And the Cardinals have got it. Going the other way. And he'll return this one just shy of midfield to the 49. Well, CD, that's one of those plays you put a mark by. I mean, that could be a big momentum swing here on the opening drive of the third quarter.
Yeah, we may have to revisit it, right? Because if that drive ends up in the end zone, They're sitting pretty at that point. Now instead, it's a two-score game that has a chance to tighten up considerably.
And now, as with every potential turnover, they're going to take a second look at this just to make sure. Now the question, was the knee in fact down before this ball comes loose? And is the video convincing enough to overturn it?
A lot of factors here. Remember, you also need clear possession of the football afterwards. This is a tough one to overturn.
So that one overturned. They say the knee was down, and that will not be ruled a fumble. Wentz now on first down. Thomas has got it, complete. And he'll be tackled on the other side of midfield at the 46-yard line.
Completion was given up, but that's why you play zone defense, so that you can have people around the ball when it's caught, and you don't give up much run after the catch.
On second down, a run with Gibson. And he's going to be stopped up just short of the first down at the Cardinals' 39. Good work to pick up 7 yards there. That gets him into a 3rd-and-1 situation.
Good, strong run against the 3-4 set. And that 3-4, you got to have your guys up front eat up a lot of blocks. The guy playing over the center, the nose, he usually has to take on double teams. But when you're able to successfully move him, you're often able to get some yardage. And that's when linebackers have to clean up and make tackles.
And he's going to have a Commanders first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
As an unbiased observer, I think it would have been interesting to see what they would have done if they hadn't gotten the first down there. But since they did, I guess the point is moot.
Yeah, they're right there in that middle ground, field goal range, punt, go for it. But as you said, they picked it up. On first down, Wentz. His throw incomplete.
Nice progress down the field, was halted by that incompletion. They could try for some safe yards here to get things moving again, or keep throwing it and pushing it downfield to try and pick up bigger yardage.
Here's 2nd and 10 now from the 35. Wentz. And that is going to be incomplete as he let him a bit too much.
I see the surprise in your face there, partner. That is a rare incompletion from him. He's been on point this entire game.
He has percentage completion-wise way up. Not that time. Here comes the 8th play of the drive, and they need a full 10 yards on 3rd down. Again, it's Wentz. It's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
I wonder, Brandon, I just wonder. You think maybe he was worried about where he was on the field? Was he far enough? Was he close enough to the first down sticks?
Absolutely. He was right there by him, and I think he was thinking first down before he caught that football.
Yeah, got to catch it first, because if you don't catch it, there's no chance of picking up a first down.
A 52-yard
And his kick is good. Oh, he just did tuck it into the bottom of that left corner. And the lead stretches. 16-3 now. Well, they picked up right where they left off in the first half. First drive after the break, they come away with 3 and increase that lead.
Yeah, and you just want to keep building on that lead, don't you? Whether it's 6 points or 3 points, take everything you can get, keep maneuvering, keep adding to it, keep making it difficult for them to come back.
After the made field goal, here's Sly to kick this one away. This will be fielded inside the 5. And beyond the 20, but not by much. In fact, just a yard pass there to the 21. The Cardinals offense now ready to get their first opportunity here in the second half. And their deficit a little wider now than it was at halftime following the field goal a moment ago.
But the goal is still the same, because you know they want to come out, establish a rhythm in the second half, and get going. Make no mistake about it, though. Kicking field goals, not in their game plan. They need to get the ball in the end zone.
It's a 4-yard pickup, and it's a second down.
At the end of all that hitting and hollering, it was a 4-yard run, so the offense is going to go back there and feel pretty good about themselves. Defensively, you have to feel okay because you didn't let it turn into a bigger run, but the goal, shut it down for 2 yards or less. That's when you start to feel good about yourselves.
Oh, fancy running by Murray. And he's able to take this one up to the 35-yard line. A good decision in the end to pull it and run, gets him 9 yards and a first.
Oh, partner, just a second earlier, and they might have had him because they certainly thought they were going to close in and drop him behind the line of scrimmage, but he had just enough time to dodge the pressure, and he ends up getting yardage before being stopped.
Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Here's Murray. And he finds his tight end. It's Ertz. Only able to gain a couple there, and that will bring up 2nd down.
They gave up the completion there, but this is what zone defenses count on. Catching the ball and not much run after the catch.
Inside 4 minutes to go, 3rd quarter. To throw again on 2nd down. Murray over the middle, complete. That's Brown. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work this to the 45.
Some think the teams really won't throw a slant route unless you have a receiver that has a lot of stature to him. But sometimes the little guys, they get lost in there. People can't really locate them, and they run that quick cut on the slant, and oftentimes they can turn it into big plays.
Still in search of their first touchdown of the game, but they're on the move. 1st and 10. On the draw, Connor. Yeah, boy, this defense again really making things tough on him as they stop him for no gain.
Sometimes with the running game, you just got to stick with it. It's the 3rd quarter, no time to panic. But that also doesn't mean you just do it the same way you've been doing it the entire ball game. Maybe change up some blocking assignments or run a few different plays, but stay with the overall essence of the running game.
2nd down, Murray sets to throw. It's complete to Hopkins. And they're going to have another 1st down here as the tackle's made at Washington's 32-yard line. That's a gain of 13 as they try to whittle away at this 13-point deficit.
Now what we're seeing, this is much better from this offense because so far in this game, no touchdown to this point, and what's usually a direct correlation? Very few explosive plays. That's been their issue. Not able to make that big shot downfield or break one off, but a nice game there for a 1st down.
On 1st and 10 is Connor. And they're able to swarm him behind the line, and his rough night continues. Call it a full 3 yards in the wrong direction there. Brings up 2nd down.
This defense is just flat getting after it. They have not given up much of anything in the run game. Case in point right there.
That loss of 3, a rare stumble on a promising drive. Here's 2nd and 13. An option handoff given to Connor. A minimal gain there on the 8th play of the drive. Now, they struggled to get him rolling on the ground in the 1st half, and that's sort of continuing here in the 3rd quarter.
Yeah, but I don't think it's time to abandon the running game. I would say keep feeding the horse, and I believe he'll eventually reward them, especially as we get deeper in the game.
A 3rd down now. Those last 2 plays indicative of how things have gone for them. Just nowhere to go on the ground and struggling to put up points. Throwing there, but this pass is going to end up incomplete. To give you an idea of how accurate he's been throwing the football, we're in the 2nd half. That's just his 2nd incompletion.
Well, if he's that locked in, that means everyone's locked in, because to me it's like throwing a no-hitter in baseball. The pitcher may get the credit, but a lot of people making plays behind him in the field.
4th down, Murray off, and the Cards field goal unit and Matt Prater out there now. On the right hash, officially this will be a 51-yard attempt. Prater's kick is good, and the lead is down to 10 now at 16-6. These kickers now, it's like we take them for granted. Kicks like that used to be such a big deal, and now you just expect them to make it.
Yeah, you're exactly right, and we shouldn't take them for granted, but I have a theory about it. You want to hear it?
Yep.
They are more athletic now than ever before. Talk about kickers. Trace their backgrounds, trace their histories. You'll find that they were big-time athletes all along, but their kicking was so prevalent that we made them specialists.
Well, and now those 50-plus yarders seem easy for some reason. Prater now will send it away following the made field goal. And he'll very wisely take a knee here as they'll bring this one out to the 25 on the touchback. Now we get another look at Washington on offense. Well, they've got the lead here getting late into the 3rd quarter. And the passing game for them, it's been terrific. We've seen that, but the rushing game almost non-existent.
And with the lead and trying to finish this game off, they need the running game to come back to life. They need to get sparked that way, take some time off the clock, and keep the ball away from their opponents.
So the completion results there in 9 yards, and that'll give them a short yardage situation here for 2nd down. On play action, Wentz slings this deep from McLaurin, and this will be caught at the 30. And he's brought down after a very nice gain. 36 yards on the play.
We always talk about the guy who paid off the play, don't we? A guy who caught it or ran it. But how about the elements that go into making a big play? This one in particular, able to scan the field, pocket held up nicely. What a terrific job by the offensive line. The route well run, and the football right on the money.
One quarter remains here on a Sunday night. We'll return with more after this. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. So 1st and 10 now from the 30. Shotgun handoff to Gibson, and he'll run straight into a wall of tacklers at the line of scrimmage. It's 2nd down. And as a defensive end, getting off the ball quickly, swarming to the football, making a tackle. That's what we saw right there.
Yeah, that's what their job is. And really, a lot of the time, they have to throttle back a little bit in the run game because you know those defensive ends, they're like in a sprinter stance. They're just headed straight for the quarterback. That was good recognition on that play to hold them to no gain.
On 2nd down, here's Gibson again. And he's got some space here. And a hard-working run here as he's got it inside the 20, down to the 17. 44 yards rushing for him now, and he's carried the ball just 5 times. I tell you, they didn't give it to him much through the first 3 quarters, but when they have, he's been efficient. Maybe they ride him more here down the stretch.
Yeah, not sure it was actually in the game plan for him to have as few carries as he has, but it might play out really well for them now. As you noted, if they want to ride him down the stretch, he should have fresh legs.
So from the 17 now, here's a 1st and 10. From the red zone now, Wentz. This pass hauled in by Dotson. And he's going to be marked down just outside the 10. They like going to him in the slot. He catches another one.
I think this comes under the heading of until they stop him, why not go back to it? He has something going really well. Great working relationship with the guy throwing the ball, and they keep making the connection.
If nothing else, they've already taken a couple minutes off the clock here already as they come up 2nd down. Wentz going to bat this forward on the jet sweep. It's an 8-yard pickup, and it leads to a 1st and goal.
And this is just a little touch pass. It's in the receiver in motion. Just kind of tap it forward to him. Now, it doesn't turn into a huge play, but they do pick up a 1st down. A nice, consistent gain.
A good chance now to put this game on ice. This is 1st and goal. Now Wentz looking for McLaurin, and he's got him. Touchdown, Washington. A great effort there. His 2nd touchdown of the night. And the Commanders are an extra point away from making this a 3-score game. There was no going through the progressions on that touchdown pass.
Yeah, nor was it necessary. His receiver won that route early, presented himself. No reason to wait. Go ahead and put it on him and score a touchdown.
Sly on for the extra point. And that'll make this a 3-score game as the lead moves to 17. So that drives 7 plays in length. And it's finished off by a Terry McLaurin touchdown. Joey Sly now to kick off after the touchdown. And Moore, he's going to sit on this one, and the drive will begin at the 25-yard line. Here's the Arizona offense now as they get set to take over. And tough to win games if you're going field goal, field goal, field goal here. They got field goal last time. Now they'll be looking for a touchdown.
They're looking for the big chunk now because, as you noted, the field goal way of doing it makes it that much harder and puts more pressure on.
That's into a crowd and intercepted. And the Commanders are going to take possession of the football. A few things better than a big man interception. You can always tell right when they get the football, there's that level of excitement and nervousness, and also like, what the heck do I do with this thing?
And you say, no better sight? Well, not for the quarterback who just threw it. It's bad enough to throw a pick, but to throw one to the big guy? But you're right about that. Now what do I do with it? But what's fun about it is, you know they're going to be in the film room after this ball game telling all their teammates, maybe I should shift over to offense. I've got skills. What do you think?
Oh, absolutely. I always find myself cheering for them after they intercept it. Unfortunately here, he couldn't make it into the end zone. 61 yards rushing for him now on just 6 carries to this point. Another example of this offense really having their way, Charles, and another big chunk play there on the ground.
And when you look at the defense, they've got to do a much better job of wrapping up when they tackle. A lot of great opportunities continue to slip through their fingers, as do the runners.
So here's a 1st and 10 now, down inside the 20. Now Wentz. This a quick slant, and he's got Terry McLaurin. And the Commanders are going to have a 1st and goal as he's taken down at about the 8-yard line. Well, normally you might say start running the football. You've got the lead here in the 4th quarter, but the way that they've passed it with such success, I don't know, maybe keep throwing it.
Yeah, I think you brought up something that goes against conventional wisdom, right? In this stage of the game, you would think you would switch to a running attack, but you're exactly right. They've thrown it so well throughout the game, and trusting this quarterback, I think you continue to do so.
To throw is Wentz. And that is caught on the right sideline, but out of bounds, says the line judge. The throw took him a little too far. It's 2nd down. The incompletion there stops the clock. Any surprise they're throwing here late?
Ordinarily, yes, because you would think enough is enough. They've got plenty of lead, but I've seen this a bunch of times as well. The defense is going to crowd the line of scrimmage. If you just hand it off inside, you're getting your running back popped a lot as well. Sometimes the defense dictates it. If they're going to crowd it, you may have no other choice but to throw it downfield.
And inside the 5 here before he's out of bounds, right at the 3. 5 yards that time on the completion, and now it's 3rd and goal. Gibson. He pushed forward, but I don't think it's enough. He's going to be about a yard short. He needed 3. He got 2. Now that'll set up an interesting situation here on 4th and a yard. Defense keeps him out of the end zone there. Now, will they go for it? And if so, can they do it one more time?
Yeah, I just don't know if it's worth it going for it, because what we've seen from the defense so far, every gap is taken care of. Everyone is sounded.
And he's in. Touchdown, Commanders. John Bates punching it in from a yard away. And the Commanders' decision to go for it pays off with 6 points. So they went for it from the 1 on 4th and goal, and they got it done.
Is this the new NFL?
This is the new NFL.
This is the updated NFL, and I like it. I know that quarterbacks across the league have spent the entire offseason and even during the season lobbying their coaches to go for it more on 4th down. Let's go get it, because nowadays you've got to score points to win games in the NFL. You can't just rely on your defense to hold them.
I think the quarterbacks want to eliminate field goals inside of 30 yards probably.
Well, listen, they have enough confidence in themselves that they can call plays and make plays that they won't need those field goals inside the 30.
So the drive there took 6 plays, and it ends with a 1-yard touchdown run. Joey Slye now to kick off after the touchdown. And no run back here for Moore. It's a touchback, and it'll come out to the 25. So out now come the Cardinals. This offense returning out there, and really, you remember the last drive, Charles, it was over before it even began. They threw the interception on the very first play.
And what that means is for all these guys, it's been a while since they've been out there going full speed, so they've got to get everyone back out there, run a couple of your go-to plays, make sure you get your offense oiled up a little bit. They've got to be able to start fast, but they've got to be efficient as well.
Especially the quarterback.
And there's a completion to the tight end, and look at the size of these players nowadays. At that spot, 6'4", 6'5", and up. A lot of guys used to be basketball players, somehow came back to football, and that's really good for the game of football. You're getting better athleticism, great hand-eye coordination.
Now a loose football. The ball comes out. And it's Washington that scoops it up. And he is going to bring this one back to the house. It's a Commanders touchdown on the scoop and score. We know this defense has some playmakers. We saw it right there. Well, really, we've seen it the whole game.
Isn't it nice to see that on the opposite side of the ball? Respect, my man, respect. The defensive guys are outscoring their opposing offense.
Yeah, they're outscoring him indeed with that score alone. Slide for the PAT. Now this one was over a while ago as they just add on to their big lead. So not only the cough up, but then the pickup on the other side, the scoop, and the score the other way, the fumble return for a touchdown. So here's the kickoff now as they'll get it again following that fumble return for a score. And Moore, he's going to sit on this one, and the drive will begin at the 25-yard line. The football going back over to Arizona now. Where we stand right now in the fourth quarter, this one pretty much out of reach. And, Charles, I know they're going to be disappointed about several things with this ball game, but the self-inflicted wounds, they've had several turnovers. You would have to think that's going to be something they're going to discuss heavily in the film session in the coming days.
You're absolutely right about that, partner, because
the ball popped in the air and intercepted. Picked by Kendall Fuller. And the Commanders are going to take possession of the football. But with this advantage, this defense knew that passes were coming, and they stayed in position, Charles. and picked one off here in the fourth quarter.
Yeah, what a way to cap things off, huh? Because I think this is part of the game within the game. They see the scoreboard, they see what they can accomplish, and they went for it.
A look at Washington as they come onto the field. And after the interception, they are sitting in an even better spot with the ball and a comfortable fourth quarter lead. And now before the ball changes hands, they're going to take a look at this just to make sure that they have it right. At issue here, does the football make contact with the ground before he secured it? And I think some of these angles are going to give us a pretty good look.
Secured is the important part because the ball can touch the ground, but it can't be loose when it does. So that's what they're going to have to try and figure out.
From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. Straight ahead, Gibson. And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up.
Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces. And I know it sounds crazy, but they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where it'd be extra defenders in the box coming after them, trying to keep them from locking down a game. Right now, they want to show the world they're up to the challenge.
On 2nd down, here's Gibson again. And some room to maneuver. And just good downhill running there as he'll take this to the 15-yard line. 82 yards on the ground for him now as he has gotten better, really, as the night's gone on. And carries like that, that's how they're going to continue to salt this thing away here, Charles, in the fourth quarter.
Yeah, how about that? A new set of downs. Clock continues to move. No better way to close out a game than to tap those mastodons you have up front and say, guys, keep pounding them. Let's keep the ball, keep their offense on the sidelines, and let's close this one out.
Throwing on first is Wentz. That's Samuel, caught left side. And they've got this down to about the 12-yard line.
It's a pickup of 3. Brings up 2nd.
Just 2 minutes remaining here in the fourth quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So it's Washington with the football here as we welcome you back. They've got a 2nd down now as they look to salt this one away. And strong running there as he's inside the 10 and down to the 8-yard line. And still about 3 yards shy of a first as the 4-yard pickup brings it to 3rd down. Coming up here looking for 3 yards to pick up the first. They'll run with Gibson. And he'll be tackled about 2 yards shy of the line to gain. A 1-yard pickup leads to 4th down.
But forget knowing where the first down line was. This defense created their own line of scrimmage. They won every battle up front. And a lot of times that is one-on-one. And if you win your one-on-ones enough times, your defense is going to be pretty good. They had more people to the football and snuffed out the play.
They'll run for it with Robinson. And they are going to score again. Yet another touchdown as they just add to their totals. You get down this deep, Charles, you hate to settle for a field goal. They roll the dice on 4th down, really just hoping to get that first. But as it turns out, they take it all the way into the end zone.
You mentioned that they took a little bit of a gamble there. Think about it this way. Most teams throw the ball in this situation in the NFL, so they really gamble with a running play, and boy, did it pay off. Pay dirt.
Now Joey Sly for the point after. And he's been a busy man, 5 for 5 now as he knocks another one through to extend the lead. That time a 6-play drive. And it was capped off by the touchdown run for Brian Robinson. Joey Sly now to kick off after the touchdown. And no run back here for more. It's a touchback, and it'll come out to the 25. Arizona's offense back out and ready to go. They've lost this one. Their offense has struggled. Do they try to put together something here at the end just to take into next week?
Yeah, sometimes teams want to do that, and coaches want to. I remember one time I was on a team, and we were losing late in the game like this, and you knew it was lost. It was over, right? And the coach called a running play and pretty much said to everyone, I want to see something executed well before we get out of here. And that was the message to the team.
Just something to build on.
Just something to build on, get it done, and maybe we can look at that and say, we'll get better as we go forward.
Throwing again on second down. Murray, and the Washington pressure gets to him. He will go down. Chase Young in there to make the sack on what will be the final act in this ball game. And as this defense walks off the field, they can do so with their heads held high. What a performance. Well, by the offense, too. I mean, really, Charles, just complete domination on both sides of the football here in this one.
Certainly was, and I think both sides compete against each other all the time. You go to each other in practice, obviously your training camps, your off season, but on game day, you both want to show your best, and I think that's what we saw from both the offense and the defense, a complete team victory.